Hello Aries, welcome to your January 2020 forecast and year ahead peak. Thanks for joining me. My name is Michelle and this is for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. A special welcome to my podcast listeners on Apple and Spotify. This is a January reading, but it is really a look ahead at what's going to come up for the new year. If this resonates, please be sure to check out my year ahead forecast. The full version is in the link below in the descriptions box. And if you're listening on Spotify and Apple, you can find the link under my channel, Gypsy Insights by Michelle on YouTube. Okay, let's get started, Aries. Energy around this is one of releasing attachment and letting go. You'll notice that both of these pictures have dogs in them. We have the card of the wolf as your spirit animal, and in the card of letting go for my listeners on Spotify and Apple, it's a woman that is being held back by her dogs. So there's a feeling around this of living authentically, living as you want to be without having restriction. This woman here wants to release these powerful dogs that have been dragging her along. The dogs have been pulling her in different directions, holding her back from options that she has longed to experience. So in order to enter these enticing adventures, she's choosing to free herself from old impediments. And of course, the message with this is that you can too, Aries. So there's something in your life that you're ready to let go of. It could be an old job. It could be a place. It could be a relationship that doesn't suit you anymore. Whether or not it's an external situation you need to release, there's likely also to be an internal pattern that needs to be shed in order to achieve the outcome that you desire. So really the energy about this is revealing what you are attached to, what is affecting the quality of your life. Perhaps it's a dishonoring person around you or an activity is holding you back. Perhaps you feel a desperation to achieve a certain desire, and that alone, if you feel this pull towards, but you can't manifest it. There's a feeling around this of blockage and projecting a dark vibration instead of joyous receptivity. So here it's about surrendering attachment. Now the wolf is an interesting animal because he is very a social animal. Wolves live in packs, but they also are more effective when they hunt alone. So they have this energy around them of a pack animal, but also needing this solitary energy as well. I'm wondering if that's you, Aries. Discovering who you really are, revealing your authenticity. This is the way ahead for you for 2020. It's always the best way, of course. We all resonate a frequency. So if you're pretending, or if there's an energy around you of feeling like you're not really you, you'll keep attracting people with whom you don't resonate. So it's necessary to negotiate a position with others sometimes, and there should be no anxiety about differences in opinion. So I do feel, Aries, there's an energy around you of perhaps having attracted people that were not really for your highest good, possibly because you have been putting on some kind of false front here, trying to fit in. So with the wolf, it's really about fitting in with your pack, finding your pack. Do you need a pack? Perhaps you're just more of a solitary kind of creature. So where do you belong? Who do you fit in with? Releasing toxic attachments, unhealthy patterns. All of that is your energy for 2020. So let's see where January takes us. I'm going to do some shuffling here. At the bottom of the deck we have the Six of Cups. So I can't help but feel that you're releasing an attachment to something that has been long-standing. It could be in relation to a location where you have long history, or it could be a family as well. Let's see. With the World card, and as I'm meditating here, I feel, along with the Knight of Wands, World and the Knight of Wands, I do feel that you're wanting to expand your horizons, Aries. There's an energy of opening up your world, seeing what else is out there, being more you. I do feel that for a long time you felt restricted, having to fit a certain way of life to fit in with the people that are around you. It could be family that you've attempted to fit in with, perhaps for too long. So there's an energy around you of breaking out, breaking free. Let's see what we have here, Aries, for the month of January. I'll put down some cards and we shall get started. Don't forget about the 2020 yearly forecast. They're in the box below here on the YouTube channel, Gypsy Insights by Michelle. So if this one resonates, please do join me there for the full forecast. They're about an hour in length, and I take it in month by month installments. So please do check those out. Okay, let's take a look. Aries, I'm going to pull all of these over. We'll start with the Five of Swords, okay. We do have the 10 of Swords in reverse, Judgment card, Queen of Cups, Magician in reverse, the 3 of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands, the Chariot, 8 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. There's that travel, the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, and the 6 of Wands. Yeah, I get a very strong energy around you of legacy, family, feeling stuck as a result of having to fit in with the way things normally are in your family, or people have expectations of you to fit in and be a certain way, but you haven't felt like you, Aries. And for you, you're wanting to live more authentically, more true to who you are. And with this 5 of Swords, I actually feel this is very much an energy of a self-interest, but not in a bad way. Other people may see it as selfish, but I don't feel that you should. Something obviously has to end in your life with this 10 of Swords in reverse. Something has to be put to bed, put to rest. And for you, this is for your own higher good. The 5 of Swords tells me that for you, you're needing to look out for yourself. It's very much a survival instinct for you. You feel like you're being drained, like you're being sucked dry by your circumstances, by your location, the people that you're with. And you're really needing to build your energy back up over the following year, over this coming year, 2020. So 2020 is going to be about you. I do feel in the past you've been more about other people, but 2020 is going to be for you. And it's starting in January. Now we have Judgment and the Queen of Cups. So for you, I'm getting an essence that there is someone around you, Aries, who's on your side. I have them very empathic, very sensitive, loving person. So someone is there showing you support. With Judgment card, they're really showing you that you can do this. They are bringing more of a spiritual component into your life. I get this as a spiritual awakening and enlightenment. So someone who's a bit more spiritual. People around you, I feel, have been more, I get more surface-based, but you want to be around with people who you connect with more on your level. The thing is, I'm actually picking you up as ascending Aries, but the people around you are not, and that's a problem. So for you, it's about where you belong, who you belong with. And 2020 seems to be the start of you making choices, making decisions in life, where you want to go next, what you need to leave behind. And there is someone on your side who's showing that they care for you. Now, the Magician in reverse and the 3 of Pentacles. When it comes to being recognized for who you truly are, for your uniqueness, for your unique skills, talents, abilities, I do get this energy around you of willing to do what it takes. We have the 8 of Wands and the Chariot as well. So you're fiercely determined to do what it takes to be recognized. There's an energy around you, Aries, and this is very unlike Aries, actually. It's like you've somehow let others have power over you. But you're not willing to do that anymore. And so you're wanting to take this power back. It's almost like this volcanic energy that I'm picking up around you, where you've had to dampen it down, you've had to try and be someone that you're not, to flow, to follow along with other people around you, with family, I feel. And it's getting to the point where you can't do that anymore. You're about to explode. You have all of this fire around you, and the people around you are not. I feel that they're not. I get that they're very different to you. So you're wanting to express this more fiery side, this more creative side, travel, do things that are more adventurous, taking risks. All of this is what you want to do moving forward, and you're not afraid to, well, I have to say, there's a bit of underhandedness around the Magician in reverse and the Five of Swords. So I think you have to be a little bit careful when it comes to ego. You've got so much power, you've got so much force behind you here that it's ready to explode. But the way in which you handle that power is going to depend on whether or not you can control it. I get you need to control that power a bit, because it could come across as arrogance or ego, or the people around you may think, oh my goodness, what is Aries doing? They're really being quite aggressive with what they want, and they're not used to that side of you. So they're going to think, well, who is Aries? What is Aries doing? They're not going to recognize you. I think that for a theme in the year, it's really about power and using your power wisely. When we have the Eight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands, again, it's being very much a determined energy. You're really wanting to get going. You're sick of being stuck in the same place. You want to get out there and experience new things. And even with work, I feel that it's not just about family and relationships. I feel it's also about work. You want to express your more creative side. Very strong wand energy around you. With the Six of Wands, you're looking to be recognized for this side of yourself. Family around you don't seem to be on board. So a theme of the year is going to be family issues, healing family issues. For some of you, it's about leaving behind people that are no longer fit in your life. So it's starting in January. It's you having this realization of what you need to let go of. I think you've done some thinking over the holiday period, and there's a sense of knowing. I get a deep knowing, an intuitive understanding, an awareness, very self-aware I see you as, of what needs to change in your life. Now you have to realize how you're going to do it. So you've had the idea, you have the understanding. Now how do you do it? How do you realize this goal of detaching, releasing, surrendering, so that you can have something new in your life? The wolf is interesting energy for you, Aries, because the energy around this is being all that you can be in the fullness of your authenticity. While you don't have to be alone, I feel that there is someone around you. This Queen of Cups energy is someone who is definitely a supporter of yours. They don't have to be a water sign. It's just someone who cares for you deeply. They may even love you here, Aries. While you don't have to be alone, being confident to live your life on your own terms very much embodies the energy of this wolf. Wolf energy is also very highly protective, and you can call upon it in workings where you may feel fearful or wish for a protective ally. So you do have an ally around you. There's at least one person you can count on. I do feel that there's going to be conflict around family. Other people are not on your side. They're going to want you to stay put. But you've got ambition, you've got a goal, a dream that you want to fulfill. And I see you pushing towards future success, but it's just how you use this strength, how you use this power. Part of the wolf energy as well, Aries, is very much a feeling of being around people who you want to be around with. Splitting your time, perhaps. When we think of the wolf, they split their time between being with the pack and being solitary. I'm wondering if that's not you. There's a feeling here of, Aries, I feel like you've become tired of the hubbub, having too much around you, perhaps too many people. So you're really wanting to be a little bit more, I don't know, I get some of you like retreating to the mountains or retreating to somewhere where you feel more at peace, perhaps in order to think things through about whether or not you really want to release this situation completely, or whether it can be combined in some way. But I feel for you the main thing is about letting go of anything, any kind of restrictions, or even if that's just fear. Perhaps it's you that's holding yourself back. I feel it's a combination of the way that you have been fearful of letting go of the past. I get it as not wanting to be, in the past I don't feel that you've wanted to be someone who others looked at as reckless or irresponsible. Because Aries, I do think that people around you have expected you to be a certain way, to fulfill a role, but it hasn't felt like you, it hasn't felt true, Aries. And that's the thing. You want to live a more authentic life. That's the key moving forward for 2020. So there may be some kind of personal attachment to family, and it's a very significant thing. That's why I feel it's this family attachment. But it's affecting the quality of your life, and I don't feel that you can do this much longer. It feels like it's holding you back. You are starting to get desperate though. There's this desperation energy, and I'm a little bit frightened for you there, Aries, because you tend to come across as quite forceful. So this volcano really is kind of blown here, and there's this intense power around you, and people are a little bit scared of that power, because when you're an Aries in full power, that's a sight to behold. You do have to surrender attachment though. That's the key going forward. Start making mindful choices rather than simply reacting to what happens. I feel like this is more of a reaction, this Five of Swords. That volcanic eruption there is more of a reaction. Rather than doing that, I feel the key for you over the coming year and getting what you want, being successful, has to be to learn to temper that power and not to react, but rather to use it as a strength, use it wisely, take the ego out of it in order to negotiate or work with others to get what you want. That's going to be the key for you. Mindful choices rather than simply reacting to what happens. Identify your happiness by the joy that you choose to bring to your life every day, not by some kind of escapist behavior or unfulfilling relationship. Let go of unhealthy attachments. Continue to work on your goal without obsessing about it. By choosing patience and peace, you'll manifest real happiness and attract more in the future. Yeah, I just get in January, things tend to get a little bit out of control. There's this obsessional quality, you're really wanting to get this done, and now that you have this in your head, you're thinking, how can I get this done now? So for you, it's about being calm, patient, stepping back a little bit, because I feel like the whole year for you is going to get you to this point of the Six of Wands. But it's not all going to happen at once. It's taking things day by day, step by step. But the theme of the year is about change, and it is about letting go. I feel by the end of the year, something wonderful, magic will be happening for you, Aries. So let's see what happens for you in the 2020 yearly forecast. So please do join me there. The link is below for the full forecast for the 12 months of the coming year. So please do join me if this is resonating. Again, the link is below there in the descriptions box. And for my podcast listeners, you can find the link on my YouTube channel, Gypsy Insights by Michelle. Wishing you the best with this, Aries. Please do take care, and bye for now.